How former governor of Ogun State, Amoshu, landed Nigeria in trouble. A contract signed between the Ogun State government under the administration of Senator Gbenga Daniel and the Chinese company Zhongshan Fucheng Industrial Investment Co. Limited may cost Nigeria a fortune. The contract signed on June 28, 2007 was the management of a free trade zone by the Chinese. The Ogun State government was alleged to have granted a 99-year certificate of occupancy to the company for over 2,000 acres of land in the zone. However, the contract was terminated by the immediate past governor, Senator Ibukunle Amoshu. Amoshu was alleged to have called for a renegotiation of a contract which the Chinese declined. This led to a dispute between the parties in 2015, with arbitration commencing in 2016, where the Chinese country awarded $55.6 million in compensation from Nigeria and $75,000 in moral damages, alongside interest and legal and arbitration fees. Ogun State full statement on the issue. Our stand on Zhongshan's subversion Paris court seizure order, Ogun State government. On the 14th of August 2024, the attention of the Ogun State official was drawn to the provisional attachment of the 3 Nigerian government-owned aircraft in France by the Chinese company. Zhongshan Fucheng Industrial Investment Co. Limited. Ogun State also learned of 2 orders of the Judicial Court of Paris dated 7th March 2024 and 12th August 2024 respectively, both obtained by Zhongshan without notice being duly given to the federal government of Nigeria, Ogun State, or their legal counsel. This is the latest in a series of ill-advised attempts by Zhongshan to attach Nigeria-owned assets in foreign jurisdictions, none of which have to date led to the recovery of any sums from Nigeria. Each of the 3 aircraft is used solely for sovereign purposes and as such are immune from the attachment under international and French law. In obtaining the provincial attachment, Zhongshan deliberately withheld information from the Nigerian government of Nigeria, Ogun State, and the legal counsel. Shockingly, it also appears to have misled the Judicial Court of Paris as to use and nature of the asset it seeks to attach and not made full disclosure to the court as required by law. Ogun State, in conjunction with the federal government of Nigeria, has taken swift action to ensure that these provisional attachments are lifted without delay, just like the P&ID case. This is another unfortunate case of unscrupulous individuals masquerading as foreign investors with the sole aim of defrauding Ogun State and Nigeria. It should be recalled that the underlying contract between Ogun State and Zhongshan was executed in 2007, 12 years before the present administration, for the management of a free trade zone. The parties entered a dispute in 2015, with arbitration commencing in 2016. By 2019, when the current state administration took office, the hearing at the arbitration had been all but concluded. The arbitral panel awarded over $60 million against the federal government of Nigeria, which was a co-defendant. What Zhongshan had done was to build a perimeter fence around the free trade zone. Needless to say, this was a bad and unfair decision. The present state administration could not, in all good conscience, allow such an unconscionable and baseless decision, which would dissipate the commonwealth of the good people of Ogun State, to stand. Accordingly, and based on erudite legal advice, the administration resolved to resist the enforcement of the award. The resistance was successful in 8 different jurisdictions. Currently, there are pending appeals against recognition orders issued in both the United States and the UK. On the further advice of the Council, Ogun State also engaged Zhongshan in settlement discussion on reasonable terms. The last meeting, attended by several officials of Ogun State, including His Excellency Priest Dapo Abiodun, the Governor of Ogun State, and the Honorable Attorney General, Minister of Justice, lasted 3 days in September 2023 in London. Zhongshan's initial reasonable readiness to consider Ogun State's offer was surprisingly reversed by the second day with an insistence on the payment of the full debt. This led to a breakdown of the mediation, which parties agreeing to meet in the first quarter of this year. Since then, Zhongshan has, in bad faith, been evasive and instead embarked on a series of enforcement proceedings, which the legal team appointed by the federal government of Nigeria and Ogun State has successfully opposed. In cases similar to the present one, where Zhongshan obtained an ex parte order, Ogun State has successfully set aside the orders. We naturally regret and embarrassment this has caused the federal government of Nigeria, His Excellency President Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, GCFR, and the good people of Ogun State, and reaffirm our commitment to constantly and consistently protect the integrity of a nation and its assets. We have taken all necessary legal steps to ensure that this spurious and baseless order is vacated within the shortest possible time. As a sovereign nation, whose assets are protected by laws of sovereign immunity, we vow to resist any attempt at blackmail and theatrics clearly designed to extort and embarrass our dear country. It is important to note that Ogun State never gave up on a reasonable settlement option, with the most recent letter sent to Zhongshan last week. Unfortunately, Zhongshan only responded after obtaining this last order. A reasonable and objectively quantifiable settlement figure has always been our preference and continues to be an option in the resolution of these protracted disputes. I am not understanding anything out of this. They are not going to tell us the beginning of this matter, because I want to believe all this one is, to me, all this one is, first of all, is surface. First of all, wetin make them give these people this land in the first place for 99 years? Because if I wan go by the news, make I dey talk my own with proof. The Ogun State government was alleged to have granted a 99-year. Wetin be the thing wey go make you give person certificate of occupancy for a land for 99 years? Wetin dem bring come? Dem give you money, dem buy the land, you understand? Then you can't go renege, you can't go somebody, maybe somebody come and say, no, this thing no dey possible. The thing is, wetin make you grieve first? Like I said, we don't know the full story. Until we know the full story, that we go fit know wetin cause am from the beginning. Then people will come in, how they use make mistake up to this point, because this is very embarrassing. It is. No panic, God will help us to pay on Nigerian debt, because Nigeria has crude oil. Crude oil. We be say they don't even use the money well. Crude oil, we say they steal the money. Do you know how many billion? They talk in billions of our money when they steal. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest.